Hello, this is Stephen Harris, a head trader from Falcon Global, where we model best practices for investors, traders, and day traders from entry to exit every trading day. In this daily video, I provide my opinion and insights of current market trends, market timing, volatility, and hedge risk levels for the upcoming day for the key U.S. financial markets. It is 7:26 a.m. Central Time, and I'm recording this in preparation for the market day of April the 29th, 2015. Full disclaimers are at the end of the video, but be aware that this is for educational purposes only, and only you are responsible for the investing or trading decisions that you make. So let's dive in and see what the overnight is. Remember, today is FOMC Day, and as such, FOMC Day is usually relatively quiet, especially after the first hour, and will lead up to what is usually a binary event. Obviously, today, we really don't expect anything new from the FOMC, but that doesn't mean that we won't have a binary event. It doesn't mean that things won't coil up and then perhaps reset in a very, very big way this afternoon. So certainly most people will take the approach of taking risk, reducing risk, being very low exposure until they get that news out of the way. Probably not a lot of volume today. Many people will not take new positions prior to that announcement because they don't want to just instantly end up on the wrong side of a move with their new position. So you've got to keep all that in mind. So in terms of the overnight action, well, pretty much as you would expect from what I just said. Broad market indices are essentially scratched with a very mild bearish tint to them. You have crude oil down about 0.5%. Crude oil doesn't necessarily get as involved with the FOMC announcement as do other broad market indices. You have the euro essentially scratch. You have bonds down about 0.6. and you have gold down about the same. China absolutely dead flat at the time of this cut. Hong Kong essentially the same. Japan up 0.38. Germany flat, and United Kingdom flat as well. So quite a bit of non-direction coming into today. If FOMC day is normally quiet, with this much kind of stale activity in the night before, I would suggest that the morning activity could be even more so today. With macroeconomic reports for today, obviously the FOMC. You also have crude oil inventory, so if you're playing that market, you need to be well aware of that. In terms of our current market conditions, obviously another very quiet day yesterday in the markets. No standard deviation moves in any of the broad market indices. Short-term volatility actually dropped 11.87. You have implied IV percentiles 24, 22, 24, 35, very, very low, and really nothing to get too excited about here. In terms of our regular daily report, this is also relatively quiet. There's a few subtle changes in this today. Obviously, we're still phase 3, higher highs, higher lows, and the intermediate term phase opinion. IBD status still confirmed uptrend. GMI index a 4 out of 6. That one dropped a notch. Active trader market posture is very bullish, but we've had some weakness in the last couple days in our daily pattern, so certainly we could see a change in that, especially if the FOMC were to push us out the bottom side. But all things being equal, your stance is bullish until proven otherwise. Portfolio investor sizing opinions up to 100%. Volatility, active trader also up to 100%. Market timing, one-day outlook is slightly bullish. 3-day outlook is just one notch more slightly bullish. 2 weeks neutral. Market posture very bullish on the S&P and the NASDAQ. Dow nearly so, just under the threshold where we would call that very bullish. And then the Russell, of course, has in the last couple days been bearish and has actually shown considerable weakness. This is some some concern because often the Russell is the leader index in telling us where the S&P is likely to go. So the amount of bearishness in this index is somewhat concerning. Hedge warning status remains a 0 plus, normal with cautionary aspects. And in terms of those cautionary aspects, this really comes down to one thing at this point. Distribution day count continues to be very high. We have 7 on the NASDAQ, 6 on the S&P. There really are no other measures to get terribly excited about at this point. This crash warning did fire, but this has been, it's been a couple weeks now, and frankly, if we get out of the FOMC a bullish move, I'll probably say that that crash warning was a false warning at this time due to both time and price action. Now, obviously, if we come out of this event and we start to fall down, then that would be left in place. Option income strategies opinion: VIX is inside the acceptable window. Just consider the increased volatility as part of your strategy selection. Obviously, with the VIX so low, your Vega could give you quite a fit on option income strategies if you are not properly accounting for that. Cover call, we are bullish, so a 1-to-1 distribution between in the money and out of the money. Put selling, absolutely acceptable in current conditions to sell puts against the core portfolio basket of stock that you are willing to own and the position size you are willing to own. Let's see, we'll wrap this up pretty quick today. Not an awful lot here at the bottom. Sector market posture, fairly mixed to positive. You'll notice consumer staples, retail, industrials, and healthcare, as well as transportation, are the weaker sectors, and there's a couple warning signs there. Normally, we much like the Russell, we follow the transportation, and the fact that this has had such a difficult time in recent trading is not a great sign for the ultra bulls. Consumer staples, healthcare. I mean, some of these healthcare was kind of our expected consistent performer, and it certainly has struggled of late. So some mixed signals here for sure. In terms of performance yesterday, it was generally a green day, with the only exception being consumer discretionary. You had telecommunications and utilities actually that performed the best yesterday. Obviously today, many of the interest rate sensitive products such as utilities and financials will be front and center. Industry group settings, retail is actually on top in the shadow trader complex. Internet, healthcare, railroads, transportation, followed by biotech. So that's their rating. So certainly I concur with an awful lot of that, but I think you have to be pretty nimble and and picking your places within healthcare, within biotech, and also transportation. Certainly you might want to pick your place. So these are industry groups to be watching and the top of your watch list, and yet at the same time they're not all created equal in terms of their tradability at any moment of time. That should take care of us for today. As always, if you value what you are seeing here, if you're getting value out of what you hear here each morning, we request that you return the favor and like us on YouTube, as well as share what you're finding with your trader friends. More information at FalconGlobalTraders.com. Disclaimers as always. Hit the pause button if you would like to read this at your leisure. And as always, we greatly appreciate you each and every trading day in the Falcon Global Trading community. Good trading.